And we are back to our original playthrough. This is going to be... This seemingly comes off as a very long playthrough, but you know, this is like regular time that it takes for anyone to, you know, actually finish a game like this. So as soon as I get done sending a few links, I shall resume. And we are cooking with gas again. Before we continue on further, I just need to put my mobile phone on charge. Until then, while we wait for a few subscribers. And here we resume our quest for the Holy Grail, that is, escape from the catacombs. Since we have already conquered our fair share of the catacombs in general, we will now be trying to escape this horrible place of bewilderment and pain. Okay, so I used replenishment, and that should grant me a bit of an advantage when trying to leave this location. There goes no question about it. When you're in the catacombs, you better be ready to be shielded up. Hope everyone can hear me properly. Okay, that's not good. And I think that's pretty much become my catchphrase now. Whenever I get struck. And that kills the necromancer, which means these skeletons won't spawn again. At least I hope this one won't. Okay, wait a minute. Of course they won't, because I'm using a divine weapon. So they're pretty much cursed not to respawn. Apparently replenishment has worn off, but I will need it again if I'm about to take on a Black Knight. Welcome, first subscriber. If I'm not wrong, there should have been a Black Knight here. For whatever reason, I can't see him. Now, if I had to take a wild guess, I'd say this Black Knight has fallen down. Okay, wild guess has just come true. Black Knight is in session. Ouch. Ah, dang. Okay, if that had hit me, I would have flown into the air. I was wondering where this guy went. Just gotta get around him, and let's say we end this battle with a proper parry. Oh yes. Houston, we have defeated the Black Knight. Oh yes. The reason I keep the shield equipped at this time is because if I don't, leaving this place might just become practically impossible. Basically, we have Sen's Fortress up next, so I want to keep in shape for that. Don't want too much of our own spirits breaking because of an extremely hard and utterly frustratingly evil game. Nevertheless, there it is. This ladder is basically the one that leads up, as does every ladder lead up. This is a Titanite demon. And clearly this is not going to work on the Titanite demon. I am going to need a stronger weapon for this. Alright. The Hailbird should do the trick. Which actually ends up yielding lesser damage than the highly upgraded before we get ourselves killed, I should get myself out of here. Gotta hurry, gotta hurry, gotta hurry! Okay, that's not good. Okay, that's just not fair, but all's fair in love and war, and this is definitely World War! A world on the brink of destruction, and of course we have Dark Souls to thank for it. Curiosity. In a realm like this, just ain't pleasant in any way whatsoever. And we press forward. Okay, so clearly fighting that Titanite demon is not exactly a wise thing to do. But as Hawkeye Goff would say, what is bravery without a dash of recklessness? Oh dear. Okay, I think they have made one more modification to Dark Souls Remastered, without a doubt. It's that it's the undead who die in it really have made a really weird voice every time they do die. I mean, not that undead shouldn't make weird voices. The vocal cords are pretty much all ruptured and everything. Welcome, second subscriber. Tell one, tell all. Tell them to welcome them to the house little escapade. These skeletons are the only ones that can actually parry you, so it's wise to just, you know, jump attack them. Now, at this point, I kind of believe that fighting this Titanite demon is a stupid suggestion on my part. So, what I'm going to try to do is just try to get the Gravelord Covenant item. See if this works. And I do not think that's going to... Okay, yes, it works. Welcome to Nito's light-devouring domain of death. And here is Nito himself. Upon joining the Covenant, basically you receive the miracle Gravelord Sword Dance and Gravelord Sword. The Gravelord Sword is actually quite useful and will come in handy later on. It's just that it's 10 in order to... it has like a huge weight, so not exactly helpful in this case. As we resume our trek to reach the outside of the catacombs, I honestly thought that I had the weapon equipped in my hand, not the talisman. If their necromancer is dead, so that should... yes, it... because we're getting souls out of them? Okay, yeah, that worked. And we shall continue our ride through this metaphorical hell that is layup. Careful there, bro. When they're in the stance, then they can parry any attack that you know, kind of try to hit them with. So it's very, very important that when they do take up stance, you immediately decide to do like a jump attack, because jump attacks can be parried. We have finally reached the bonfire. Now the real hell begins from here, because as it stands, there are too many little skeletons that we have to be concerned about afterwards, at least from what I understand. This is the path back to Vamos. And this is exactly where we came from, so you understand how much of a zigzag pattern this place is. But this is exactly where we need to go. The best thing about this... okay, someone's shooting at me from far above. There is a treasure here. It's the Dark Moon Seance Ring, which, ironically, is a location like this. Alright, Mr. Huge Skeleton. How do you like a good divine weapon hit? Oh yes. The best thing about the Astora Straight Sword. Yep, Dark Moon Seance Ring. Exactly what we need. This place is honestly starting to seem claustrophobic now. I am literally feeling my breathing hasten. What would I give to see the sun again? Alright, now that I've readjusted my... Oh, skull lantern. Now, wonderful. Up. As it stands, this was a note from the developer. Because only the developers knew that people wouldn't be able to notice it at all. It's in staunch contrast to Dark Souls 3, in which the... Okay, this is a Miracle of Velka. What's it doing over here? And we are back where we began our journey from. Alright. Okay, that was just lucky. Being overrun by enemies in this game is extremely commonplace. In fact, it's not Dark Souls if you're not getting overrun by enemies. Interesting, no? Excuse me. I have small. Alrighty, let us resume our trek. That was fun. And we're moving back to the old crossbow and sword routine. Except first it was originally crossbow and halberd routine, until we discovered that the Astora straight sword rocks. And we finally return. Now it's a simple trek all the way back to Fireland Shrine. Oh, so you think you can carry me, eh? Well, here's a whole carton of cigarettes, to quote Peter Griffin. Oh, and speaking of Peter Griffin, so my Family Guy references are coming back, and I'm thinking, oh my god, hey Bony Arms! By the long face! Okay, I should not do that online while an audience is watching. Okay, that's not good. That's not good. That's not good. That's not good. Dear skeletons, please leave me the hell alone. Thank you. Whew. I tell you, this is exhausting. I can't wait to return to Dark Souls 2 and 3 as well. Oh, brother. Do these guys never end? Oh. Forward. Framed.
Well, I see you made it happen. Yeah, I have my pyromancy in a great swarm, so I can use my hands to a bit again. Oh yeah, by the way, I can sense. I think you have a knack for it. All you need, and I'll be pleased to help you. Ah, good. Yeah, one. I'm sure that there'll be some here first. A flame from the great swamp. Now you're a fully fledged pyromancer.
Why,
right, let's get started right now.
Pyromancy. And interesting about...
Pyromancy is the art of casting fire. Produce flame, then channel it, just as our ancestors did. The pyromancer must be in tune with nature herself. My home, the Great Swamp, is an abundant store of nature. You will understand one day. It only takes time. Pyromancy has a, well, rather primitive aspect to it. It meshes poorly with advanced culture, and pyromancers are considered rather unsavory, which is fine, as I never got along with anybody anyway. So, for me, dirty undead didn't change a thing. A pyromancer's flame is a part of his own body. The flame develops right along with his skill. When I gave you that flame, I gave you a part of myself. Please take good care of it. A pyromancer's flame. Please take it.
All right.
Goodbye then. Come back if you find anything new.
Let's see what the crestfallen has to say.
That stench. And I was really beginning to like it here. Maybe it's time I do something about
something?
Maybe it's time.
Do something about it? Oh, yeah. Basically, he's referring to Framp.
Ah. Oh, you. Oh, blood.
Excuse me, everyone. We're back. Pardon me, I was just making sure of my order. The gamer's gotta eat, does he not? I'm still wondering whether it's viable for me to go to Sen's Fortress this time.
Well, you need it.
So we can either turn this into a divine... Okay, that would enhance it to about 185. Or we could enhance it to light crossbow 6 and enhance its capability to 165. Huh. I'd go with... Well, are we coming across any dark-based enemies anytime soon? No. Are we coming across any light-based enemies anytime soon? Probably so. Which is exactly why divine weapons would be a good idea, because divine weapons can eventually be upgraded to occult, and occult weapons deal a great deal of damage against any divine enemies. So anyway, leaving that part aside, let us take on the revered Sen's Fortress, where we will come across a fair share of Titanite demons, as well as serpent men, as they're so called. Oh, aren't you the pleasant type? Do you too? Okay, so that's one down. Backstabbing is a pretty good strategy when it comes down to it. Good night. Sleep tight. Dream of bedbugs tonight. Hello. That struck him straight in the head. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. And that took him out. Welcome, number 3 subscriber. Let us move forward. Considering its divine nature, both of my weapons have good resistance against them. Say, for example, something like lightning. Okay, I won't need to hit this guy. Okay, neither him. Okay, that's just not fair. That is simply unfair. Alright. Here we go again. Back in the fray! Once my food arrives, I'm hoping to finish Sin's Fortress before the food arrives. Not comb it completely, but... Isn't the pace of the game actually been increased? You know, eventually you just kind of hit wit's end and you're like, I just want to floor them, you know? And I think that's actually a very viable strategy for the enemy coming up. That's not gonna work. And hence, we trek forward. Excuse my chairs creaking.
Where did you come from? Splendid news, I tell you. Ah, so you see my plight. Yes, indeed. I've run up against a wall, or a ball, to be precise. I'm afraid I'm a bit too tough to be outrunning those things. So here I sit in quite a pickle, but who knows? Perhaps we'll have another development.
Yes, we shall. The chosen undead shall act. Honestly, I've never gotten any extra protection from this ring of steel protection. Sometimes you just want to try that. R1 spam. Of course, for this, I cannot afford even a moment. That hurt. Hurt like hell, but yes, we shall keep fighting. Easily dodgeable. Happily, an arrow stuck to my arm. Good night. Floored. Okay, this is going to be a little bit more of a challenge. We're going to have to equip the crossbow in this hand. $34, $36. I never thought I'd manage that with a crossbow. But then again, I don't really think I ever used a crossbow this much before. Miscreant, yeah. They can say that again. It's actually a very irritating foe. That ends that. Okay, let's try to get this in perspective here. I was so near a bonfire that I could almost taste it. And I just got killed by one Baldur Knight who I failed to recognize was not an immediate threat until I actually got to the checkpoint. This now warrants a little bit of speed running, otherwise my psychological state is going to be threatened with anger and frustration. Out of my way. That was what I was hoping for. So far, so good. Time to keep at it. It doesn't look like they're coming, so... Everyone, I will ask you to just pardon me for just a moment. I need to attend to the... Pardon me, I am one of the only people around right now to tend to some things. Okay, let us resume. Aww. Comes up with open arms now, doesn't he? Okay, too early. Just in time. And also a little too late. Careful. There we go. Pardon me, my microphone is kind of distracting me. Because I have to hold it up right in front of my face, otherwise I don't hear the... otherwise I can't produce the sound properly. There we go. We are back in business. We just have to get across this irritating little part again. I wonder if I can just... I honestly did not expect that. That one boulder knight. Let that happen, will ya? Flame stone plate rain. It's obvious that there's a giant over there and tossing flame canisters towards us. In these crime corridors, honestly, a parry is the best way around and about such circumstances. Okay. To be 100% honest, I think that, you know, you can, it'd be practically easy for me to beat the iron golem that's standing over there, and then go on to unlock Logan's door, or maybe even, you know, kill this giant up there. Nevertheless, I would still kill the giant up here first. Nicely done. Next step is to go and get the items that we could not before. Like the large solar warrior. And I think it's also wise for me to, at this point, not to slaughter that giant, but
What? Another undead, eh? I took on Sam's fortress a lot, but I'm no different from those vile creatures. Ah, you think you're different? Yes, I remember. So,
I honestly don't think that most of these, has much of a any role. I'm not. I have no intention.
Nothing at all?
But wait. There's one thing. Green Titanite. Now that is something that can come in handy when you're upgrading divine weapons. So I'd say that maybe upgrading that might be a good option.
So you're that good, don't you?
Okay, what the hell? Might as well just get it. Instead of upgrading the character, we shall upgrade the weapon. Alright.
Go along, try and make something, but nothing will come of it.
Yeah. We all heard that before we finished the game.
Nothing at all?
Out of all honesty, the character's not exactly going in as a naked babe. You could say a naked undead babe, perhaps. But not a naked babe. Now, we're basically heading down to get back to the original bonfire that started this whole thing. Alright. You can't parry his bite. That would have been so much more effective if I had just focused while doing it. We'll open up Logan's Lock once we get done with this. Let's end Sen's Fortress. Good night, Sen's Fortress. Okay, hold the phone. It's safe. Okay, isn't that efficient? 25 damage on an enemy that probably is built to last from armor that's... Was it bleeding just now? And here I thought that he was about to fall down. Oh my God! Ladies and gentlemen, I will finish this battle before I end this session of the stream. They say since Fortress requires like many more assist charges, I think I can charge it up all the way to 20, but for some reason, I don't know why, I'm doing this as like a low power build this time. So really, it's more about just... There's a lot more in Sen's Fortress as well. There are Titanite demons scattered everywhere, you know, it's Candyland for that. So, perhaps later, once my character is a little upgraded. Not focusing. I am obviously not focusing. Ladies and gentlemen, one moment please. Alright, I'm better now. Sorry, I just need to rest my eyes for a moment. I am actually, believe it or not, I'm actually getting sleepy. Yeah, I honestly did not see that one coming. Luckily, we are enchanted with the replenishment. This 3-stomp method. I think I've seen it somewhere. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, may I present to you after fighting right through Sen's fortress. We are lifted by the bat-winged demons who serve the gods of Lordran. To Anor Londo, the city of the sun. Pardon me. I think I'm falling asleep. Alright, everyone. To the lost city of Anor Londo. Here's your view for the day. Shards means there's a firekeeper nearby.
Well, you are a rare visitor. Welcome to the lost city of Anor Londo, chosen undead. If you seek Lord Gwyn's old keep, exit here and head straight yonder. If you are the chosen one, a revelation shall visit thee. What follows thereafter depends upon you. What is it? What am I? Well, I am the keeper of the bonfire. If not for me, What beacon would there be in this lost city? A gatekeeper and a guide. That is my calling.
Ladies and gentlemen, that sees today's broadcast. Thank you for being an audience.